Hey there. I'm just going to put the jam link up for everybody. So everybody that wants to listen in and participate while I'm traipsing around the neighborhood can listen in on some music that isn't the sim music because the sim music is terrible. All right. I'm going to fly for about, I don't know, hour and a half. The the money that I would have made yesterday, I'm over $1 million now, so I need to be another million. I'm at 1,000,001. If I sell my plane, that'll be 1,000,006. Excuse me, maybe 1,000,007. That's still not enough to purchase the C208 and have a cushion that would be comfortable. So what I want to do is get to 2.5 million. So I'm gonna need another 700K probably. No, 850K to get to a comfortable level. Okay, so let's see what we got here. This is where I am currently. Let's see what's around me. That seems like a, no, it's not. I thought, oh, that seems like a great flight. No, I really want to get above 50. I want to get into the 60s, the high 60s before I accept a flight. There's 63, 45. This has 2 destinations. See, this is a problem. I clicked on this, and this is why I find myself in the place I'm at now, and that is I clicked on this and there's 2 destinations here. See, watch. 2 destinations. If I click on this, the game will crash. I forgot to pin my comment. There we go. If I click on this, my game will crash. So I don't know what's going on there, but I do know that I don't want to click on that. Yeah, I'm not finding a lot of high dollar jobs. What's going on there? Looks they're all about average or below average. There's one that's not bad. 68, that'll be a probably 2 to 3,000 credit transfer. 64. There's one at 70. That'll be about a 5,000 credit transfer. That one's not recommended for some reason. 70 is not bad. What's this one? 68. Okay. What's down here? 54. 74. Okay. How close am I? I'm closer to this one. If it was 100, I might jump on it, or 85, I'd probably jump on that. But I think this one would probably be best because if watch what happens. This is 74.7. It's a 3,000 credit transfer, which means it'll be 71. That might be actually worth it. Hold on. Yeah, that'll be a 71,000 job. Okay. Is this the one? No. That one? No. That one. Okay, so this versus this one, which is 68, right? Where'd it go? 68. There it is. No. There's a 70. So already I'm behind this one here. So I think I'll take this one. This one will be a good one. Do a do a transfer real quick. And I think we'll be okay, okay. All right, I'm gonna go check my aircraft. Still 13 hours before I get a mandatory checkup. I'm gonna wash it before I use it. I'm gonna put some fuel in it so I can last a while. Not run out of gas. And then I'm gonna see what my flight's gonna look like. So it's gonna be leaving straight out. And it looks like probably yeah, it looks like a visual landing. I'm having good luck with the visual landings, so VFR looks good. Don't look at my butt. I saw. I know you did. It looks like the Nissan emblem, but it looks more like a Camaro. All right, so I am good.
You guessed today is Mr. Warner, who's on the go to Mars Hill. He's close to one of our top clients who
Oops.
booked the flight for him. Please give him your warmest welcome on behalf of the company. Have a nice trip.
I didn't really want to look at this. I wanted to look behind here. So I've got 3 passengers. So I'm going to say this is about 230, 240, and 175 in the back. Okay. The reason why is because if I'm going to put weight and balance into the flight calculator, I want to have my passenger weight. So I'm going to go 2008. Let me get back down there so I can see what's going on. There we go. I don't have a co-pilot today. My passengers are, what did I say, 240? I'm just going to say 240. And the middle passengers, my rear passenger is going to be 175. Baggage, since there's 3 folks, I'll have 75 pounds of baggage. Looks like I'm a little right of center, but I'm still okay. I'm in the window. It's normal thing. Next is my flight plan, which is not a big deal. Runway 24, everything looks good. Go back home, open your map, go full, and let's look at, there's no altitude settings here, so I think what I'm going to end up doing is I don't know how to bring up the checklist. I'd like to see what the checklist looks like. I've never seen the checklist. I think I'll study that up and show you guys when I figure it out. Alright, let's see, I've done this, got this up, everything looks good. I'll go ahead and announce, take my parking brake off.
Zulu, traffic November 73220 is taxiing to runway 24.
I have no altitude setting here, so I'm going to go ahead and set my altitude. Just call it 5,000, just because I'm guessing. No, I'm going to do it to 12,000. 12,000, there we go. And let's call it. Actually, I want to back up a little bit here. It says stop and hold short, but really all I'm doing here is I'm getting rolling, so the sim will allow me to announce to the passengers. Like this. Once I announce,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm
I'll
pleased to be
just
your
let
pilot
this
today,
finish.
and to welcome you
Once this
aboard this
finishes,
first
then I'll just go
Airplanes
ahead
flight
and
to
go to
Mars
the end
Hill.
of the runway. I'll just skip to
Estimated
that.
flight time is 38 minutes. We're on time for departure, and we're about to receive clearance for takeoff. I'll keep you updated with any important information throughout the flight. Thank you.
Skipping. Here we go. Now I'm going to announce my takeoff.
Kilo Hotel November, Zulu, traffic November
We'll get off the ground
73220,
pretty soon.
taking off runway 24 departure to the west.
Looks like it reset my altitude heading, or my altitude. While I announce, I'll just reset my altitude where I wanted it, 12,000.
Good morning to all passengers. This is your captain speaking. On behalf of First Class Wings,
There,
I
very
would like
good.
to welcome you on board flight
Turn on my
GCL
nav, turn on my
3691 to Mars
IAS.
Hill.
It's down
Estimated
here. I
takeoff to
haven't turned
Mars
on my
Hill
autopilot
is
yet.
38 minutes. To prepare for takeoff, please ensure your seat belt is fastened tightly. Your seat is in the upright position and your tray table
So,
is
what I
secure.
was saying was autopilot's not turned on yet, but I
Get
have
ready for a wonderful flight.
everything set for my autopilot right now. And once I kick that in and turn autopilot on, everything will just go. Just ignore that ding ding, that is a bug. Hopefully it'll be fixed in beta. Here we go. We are about to take off. Flaps and trimmer set properly. All I need to do is just get off the ground. So as soon as I hit 85, I'll rotate and we'll be off. There we go. Perfect. Nice takeoff. Raising up the landing gear. Oh, that's got me going to 18,000 feet. Let me adjust that. Let me bring up my flaps at the same time.
Raleigh approach November 7 tree 220 is type 1 miles southwest of Kilo
18,000. There we go.
Zulu 800 feet.
Now,
Request flight
watch this. See how this is following me, but this is to the right? And my flight commander is telling me I need to go to the right. Once I hit the autopilot, which I'm doing right now, it's going to turn me to the right. Because I have my altitude set and my FLC turned on, it's going to bring my vertical speed up, which is right here on the glass cockpit. So what this is doing, oops, sorry. So what this is doing is it's turning me back toward my nav, and it looks like it's going away from my nav, but this is not my nav. This is just a plan that's not in my actual nav plan. The airplane is going, nope, this is where you're going.
Roger 220.
Now see how it's turning me back into the plan? And we're good. So now it's going to raise me at a reasonable level. Look at my airspeeds at 165. You can also see it down here. 165 is what I said at the beginning when I did my speed bugs. Remember this and this. This is my takeoff. This is my optimal climb speed. So as long as I'm going this speed and climbing, it'll bring me to optimal climb, and it'll stop me at 18,000.
Raleigh approach November 7 tree 220
So
2 miles
essentially, it's like
west
shutter
November
priority on
Romeo
a camera. If anybody's a photographer out there, what this is doing is it's putting the priority on the airspeed and maintaining the airspeed, but keeping the attitude such so that it's maximum attitude at this airspeed, and everything else on the aircraft is adjustable.
November 7 tree 220 cleared to tree November Romeo Airport as filed. Squawk 075 tree.
So all of this trim change and
Radar contact
attitude change and steering and everything else is handled by the autopilot right now. Even the engine, oh, I forgot to set one thing. I didn't tell it to do auto throttle, but that's what I want it to do.
Continue to Harrogate.
Now, while it's doing this, all of this stuff, I'm going to turn, once I get to cruise altitude, I'll turn my altitude, or my not altitude, my engine thrust, I'll turn it down to 80% for cruise.
11875 for 220. November 7 tree 220 Washington.
Now listen, altimeter is 30.44.
44 radar contact. Continue to Harrogate.
Now, this is where we're checking our altimeter here. This is set perfectly. If this wasn't set right, I would use this to change it, just like this. Watch. See? Those of you that have joined us, I hope you're joining the jam so you can get some good music in the background while we're flying. Now that we're done with radio communications, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the simulator. I'm going to give it 3 good takes. There we go. That'll speed up our ascent in real time. But sim time,
20 contact Washington Center on 124.05. Good day. 124.05 for 220.
yeah. So what I did there is I slowed down the simulator while I did this switch that I was requested to just do.
Feet climbing FL 180. November 7 tree 220 Washington Center
I like my
altimeter
altimeters 30 to 46. Check this out. I don't think it's going to switch it automatically. Yeah, so it's not. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to change this to 3046. And now I'm in sync with the tower that I'm connected with. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the simulator again. Once I get up to 18,000 feet, I'll turn the simulator back down to normal speed, and then I'll just skip to descent. I only have about 3,500 feet to go, or 3,000, yeah, 3,500 feet to go, so now 3,000, 2,500, 2,000, and at about 1,000 feet to my target altitude, I'll just slow down the simulator. And I'll get the horn. There it is. Let's check my sim speed here. 1001, 1002, 1003. Nope, that's too slow. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there we go. Now at 8,000 or 18,000 feet, which here it's kind of blurry, so I just use this one down here. At 18,000 feet, it's going to level off. I'll make another contact with the passengers, and then I'll just skip to descent. There we go.
To all passengers glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of First Class Wings on flight GCO 369. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 17,000 feet at an airspeed of 150 knots. It's 9:01 a.m. and are expecting to land in Mars Hill approximately at 3:10 a.m. local time. Current temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. We'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Alright, now that that announcement's been made, I'm going to go ahead and pause the simulator here. Everything's set and ready to go. I could just sit this out and let it ride for the entirety of my flight. But I don't like sitting here that long. I'm a little bit bored, and I'm sure you are too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip, but only after I hit pause. And the reason why, and I don't know if anybody else has discovered this, but, and I'm sure we've got smart people out there that probably have, but what I discovered was if I don't pause this, things go wrong while it's simulating the trip from here to descent. Sometimes it will simulate me into the side of a mountain or in a tree. Both have happened. On the ground. That's happened as well. So what I'll do is I'll pause the simulator. Once I simulate to descent, it will actually allow me to restart the mission if something has gone wrong before it crashes me. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and skip to descent. Here I am. Looks like it's dropped my airspeed for some reason to 59. Like I said, things go wrong. I'm getting a stall warning because of that. but I don't think that's going to be an issue because my throttle is still, it says 37, but it's actually 79 right now. While I'm at it, I'm going to reduce my throttle to 80, which is where it should be to begin with. And I'm going to check my nav. My nav is off, so I'm going to turn it on. My altitude hold is turned on. I'm set at 18,000 feet. I don't know why my trim is at 41%, but whatever. My auto throttle's turned on, so I'm good there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the simulator again, and once I get in, it's probably going to tell me to drop to some other altitude because I'm on descent. Notice I'm on track. This is a good thing. I've noticed that that's actually happening now. I used to be off track for some reason somewhere in some distant universe, and it was way off, like way off the screen, and I couldn't even see my flight plan. So apparently I'm on plan now, so that's a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and come off, pause, descend, see? So that's what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and set my altitude to 6,300. See it changing on the screen there. 2, 3. Oops, that's a little bit too far. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my IAS, or my FLC is what it's called here. I don't want to, I mean, I could click it here, but I like using the equipment I have, so I'm going to use my Bravo to set that. It's turned on now. You can't see it in the simulator because we're paused. But this altitude will drop really quickly. I'm going to actually get to a negative 6,000 somewhere to drop my airspeed. So, not my airspeed, my altitude. But in any case, this is going to allow me to get down to flight levels that it's asking me to get to 6,300 feet, and I'll be good to go. Let me go ahead and turn the simulator back on. I'm accepting the instructions now. Notice my altitude, my trim's coming down automatically. This flight level control is in control right now. My vertical speed's going to go negative pretty soon. My thrust is turned down. My auto throttle is still turned on.
Going to 125. 15220. Atlanta Center, November 73220 is at 17,500 feet, descending 6,000.
Now I'm coming down at a good clip. My airspeed's allowing me to drop my altitude. 3.5. Okay, so let's look at that last contact here. Altimeter is 30.35, so I'm going to check my altimeter. It's not setting it automatically, so let's do that to 35. Now I'll have my correct altitude according to what they think I'm at. Notice my vertical speed is at negative 4,000 feet per nautical mile. That's really good. Negative 45. Now it's allowing me free flight, so I can do what I want.
Atlanta Center 220. Cancel IFR at this time. 220.
I like water.
Plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
There is a mountain coming up. Do you see that on the PFD? I'm a little concerned about that. So I'll watch this to see what this looks like. And if it looks like it's coming into it'll come in as red.
Tree November Romeo, traffic November 7.
Otherwise I'll be okay landing.
East 11400.
Yeah, I'm 27 miles out, but my airspeed's too high. Notice my toggle landing gear thing came on, but look, my airspeed's at 220. But if I look at my gear down speed is 210. So I do not want to put my gear down just yet. What I'll do is I'll let it come down to 6,300 feet, which is getting there pretty quick. And once I do that, it'll slow me down. I'll also take my speed away. Now, see the green here? Green means I'm not going to hit it. So that's good. This is the mountain in front of us right here. That's what this is. I'm going to go ahead and toggle my landing gear since I'm at 208. That'll slow me down. I'm only at about 50, I need to get 50% engine. Now I'm in the cloud, but I don't have to worry about hitting that mountain, see, because I'm green. It's close, but it's not, I'm not going to run into it if I keep my current trajectory. Once I get to about 15, I think I'll, it might even ask me to announce up here, but I'll do another quick check. And my airspeed right now is at about, I'm going to come down to about 60%, 50% thrust. But I want to be at about 150 knots. Airspeed. So right now I'm at altitude hold mode. Right here. My autopilot's on. My flight director's on right here. My nav is turned on, so I'm staying on track to the airport. I think I'm going to get an inclement weather bonus. And I almost always do. There's almost always some kind of weather, something going on. $15 miles. I think I'm going to make another check real quick. My auto throttle's turned off. I've got my own setting turned on here. I'm at about 150, 144 right now. Airspeed, that's good. My fuel's good. Landing gear's down. First notch of flaps is not down. I'm gonna wait till 8 miles out to do that. Or actually when I get into the pattern. Let's wait till I get into the pattern. And then we'll do autopilot, flight director, nav with altitude hold. And everything looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the sim. $10 miles, 9 miles. Now what is that? As I get closer, okay, I'm 6 miles. I'm gonna check my sim rate now. 1001, 1002, 1003, very good. Now once I get close here, which I am actually, close to final, and that looks like I'm actually lined up with final. Hold on, let me look at my destination airport. This is one thing I didn't do. I should have. 4,282 feet, okay. Well, I'm at pattern altitude right now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my autopilot now that I'm close enough. Lower my airspeed. And if that is lined up right, I think I'm actually just flying direct to the airport. I'm gonna give myself a little drag and a little lift with first degrees of flaps right here. Flight commander thinks I need to turn, but I think I'm just gonna fly straight in. Bring my trim up a little bit to about 6. I need to lose some altitude, I think. Feel like I'm turning a little bit to the right, so I'm gonna rudder left a little bit. Whoa, a little bit of wind right there. Whoa, a little wind right there again. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. I think I need to be to the right a little bit, honestly. I'm a little bit low, about 1,000 feet, but I need to crest that hill real quick. My goodness, this is an awkward landing. Look at that. A little crosswind too. I don't like this approach, honestly. To be quite honest with you, I do not like this approach, Sam I am. I don't even see the runway. Is that the runway? Wow, 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 that is the runway. Okay.
Tree November Romeo, traffic November 73220 is on final runway 24 to land.
I really ballooned right there. I think I got an updraft from this mountain right here. The mountain ridge on the left underneath me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sink rate. Sink rate. 500.
Like I can't land. It's not letting me land. I'm at idle right now and it's not letting me land.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Wow.
Pull up. Pull up.
Okay, I'm gonna rely on the brakes on this thing. Here we go. Wow, this thing is not letting me land. I got a really strong headwind. I came in for a really awkward landing right there. Wow. Whew. That was like FBI action right there. Exit runway where? I guess over here?
think this flight went smoothly.
Okay, I guess the flight went smoothly according to the passenger. Stopping the engine, increasing our sim rate, so we shut down now. Now. Okay. Oh, looks like everybody was happy and everything went perfectly on the flight. Looks like I'm probably going to get an S tier. Fantastic. Wow, I don't know about that landing though. The way I ended up sideways on the runway, it seemed like it was a little bit awkward. Finally, gracious. Get some of my reputation back. Yeehaw. Alright. So 1 mil 2, 200,000, 1 mil 2. I need to get to 1 to 2 mil before I do this. So I'm going to sell my aircraft and get a C208. Alright, let's see how this goes. There's a whole bunch of missions up here. I can't believe that there wouldn't be like a close to $100,000 mission up here somewhere. Okay, let's see. 63, 62, 60, 72, but nothing super exciting. Just, I guess 72, let's see where that one is. Where to go? Where are you? No, it wasn't up there. There it is. From there to up there, see what the transfer rate's gonna be. 4,000. Ooh, I don't know. So it'd be 68. Is there a 68 closer? Golly, there's no VIP missions close to me. 6 or 56. There's a 68 right there. So that'd be 68. 7. There's an unknown airports. Oh, unknown. I don't know what that is actually. 54, 50, 68. The transfer there is going to bring me under what I would earn here, but just marginally. I guess by 55, yeah, by 400. Oh, more than that, because it's going to take about 1,000 to get there, probably. 1940. I don't know. I think maybe I should do that. Yeah, that one looks like I'm worried about that. Nah, it looks like a visual approach. Let me look at the other one. Let's see what this one looks like. That's a VFR approach. So VFR pattern right there. So we're good. Okay, so either way, this one looks like it's going to be easier. It's just got one turn. It's not crazy, so I'm going to go ahead and accept this one. It'll put me up north and where the higher paying jobs are. Alright, very good. Go ahead and start the flight here. So this procedure is pretty straightforward. Just get in the airplane, tell the passengers hi. I like to skip this part because it's really unnecessary. Alt N to skip. Which may not be the same. Oh, nice car. That actually looks like a Camaro. Or a Mustang. Camaro Stang.
Good morning. It's Mark. Just wanted to say hi before you leave to Weldon. Mr. Booth will be aboard soon. I know you'll give him a warm welcome. He's close to one of our top clients who booked the flight for him.
Alright, let's see. Put our speed bugs in so that our flight level control knows what to do. We're going to turn around and take a look at our passengers. 3 of them? Okay, so if I estimate these guys at 165 each, that's 350, no wait, 330. And this guy, we'll just call him 185. So 330 for our center passengers. Whoa. I don't think I have not sit in anybody's lap. Okay, good. I don't have a co-pilot. So we'll look at our fuel, sync it, confirm it. Next. Aircraft loading, give myself big 208. I don't have a co-pilot. My passenger's center is, what did I say, 330. My rear passenger's 175. My baggage is 3 passengers at 25 each. That seems pretty normal. It looks like it's pretty normal on our planner. And we'll go next, and we'll go next again, we'll go next again, we'll go home, map, full screen, good to go. Looks like there's no programmed altitude on our flight plan, so I'll just set my altitude. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me go back. My altitude here. We'll set that at about 5,000 or 8,000. We'll just do 8,000. Once we get in the air, it'll tell us what altitude to go to, and we'll be good to go. One thing I forgot last flight was my auto throttle. I want to turn that on. And now we just need to announce taxi and pretend like we're going to actually do it.
Kilo Victor Echo Sierra Traffic November
We will skip,
73220 is
so
taxiing to
we're just
runway
letting the
27.
squirrel talk. And then we're going to let the announcement kick off to the passengers. Hold short's just right there, though. I mean, maybe we should just take off, because honestly, it's just right there.
Dear passengers, good morning, and welcome aboard this first-class Wings flight to Weldon. I'm your captain and pilot today. Estimated flight time is 52 minutes. We're on time for departure, waiting for takeoff clearance. I'll keep you informed during the flight if anything important comes up. Thank you.
All right. That bug, that's a bug. That a warning is not actually a warning. Alright, here we go. Ooh. At 85, I'll rotate. Wow, I didn't know I was playing in a NASCAR movie. There we go. Bring this up, bring my flaps up. Ah, 5,000, I guessed wrong.
Approach November 73220 is type 1 miles west of Kilo Victor
5,000's
Echo
a little bit
Sierra
alarming. It's pretty
1,200
low.
feet. Request flight following.
November 73220.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit my nav and my IIS.
Squawk Fife Tree Tree 6220.
You see the brackets here? That's a computer generated what it thinks I should be doing. But actually my flight plan's right here. That's this magenta line right here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn back toward my magenta line.
Roger 220.
And then when I hit autopilot, it won't be yanking me around the skies trying to get on this magenta line. It'll already be right there. Notice this magenta line up here is not where I want to be. It's right here.
Approach November 7 Tree 2220, 2 miles northwest of Kilo Victor Echo Sierra, 4,100 feet. Request IFR to 7 Yankee.
Alright, so now I'm in autopilot. It is turning me toward my actual flight plan.
November 7 Tree 220, cleared to 7 Yankee, 2 airport as filed. Squawk
And once
5
I hit
Tree Tree
altitude,
6.
5,000, FLC is going to turn, well, it looks like it already has. It's gone to altitude hold mode. And now I'm on cruise. I'm going to announce to my passengers and then we can skip.
Turn left heading Tree 45, resume own navigation descend, and maintain 5,000 feet 220.
Now when I contact Indianapolis Center, it's going to tell me my altimeter to set to. I'll check that against my altimeter here,
225 220.
and then I'll set it.
Indianapolis Center, November 7 Tree 220, 5,000 feet.
Here's my altimeter setting. It's correct, so I'll just leave it there. Now I'm going to announce to the passengers we're at cruise, and we'll go from there.
First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of First Class Wings on flight GCO.
And notice I'm in the clouds and I can't see anything. That's my bracket for my navigation according to what the computer thinks I should be at. But this is where my actual flight computer thinks I should be at, so I'm following that. And then I'm at peak speed, 243, 245 is actually where I set the peak speed. And what I'll do is, I'm actually below 10,000 feet and my peak speed has to stay below 250. So I set it a little bit low, 5 knots lower. And I don't know, maybe I should just set it different. Let's go home. Minimums. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. Where do I set? Thought it was minimums, but it's not. Speed bugs. General. That's not it. Where do I set that? I don't know. I'll just leave it like it is. But yeah, there's my nav, and it's right beside me. And notice I'm okay here, but see this little black inset right here? This is telling me if I'm getting close to terrain. So if there's any terrain I'm going to run into, it's going to turn red and yellow here. I want to gain altitude if I see that. If there's any terrain I'm going to fly over, but relatively close, it'll be green, but I'll still be safe. Oh, okay. So I'm going to need to do that.
Going to 120, 65220. Indianapolis Center, November 7 Tree 22.
It's going to tell me another altimeter reading. I'll make sure it's correct. 306. Actually, I'm 7 right now. Now let me give it a second and see if it's going to automatically switch, which I don't think it will. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just set it myself. There we go. Just to verify, I'm going to open comms and look at what it said. 3006, 3006. Okay. Very good. Alright, so now I want to skip. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to anybody right now. I do want to skip before I get to Bernie, so I'm going to pause this. And the reason why is because sometimes the simulator doesn't do right. It's going to put me in the middle of a hill or in a tree or on the ground sometimes, and I want the opportunity to actually restart the mission rather than just outright crash when it goes past the skip to descent uh, phase. So I've got it paused. Everything's set for straight and level flight according to plan. So I'll just do an Alt-N to skip, and hopefully the game won't crash on me. And as long as the game won't crash, the plane won't crash, because I've got it on pause. There we go. Now my airspeed, look, is 94. I'm at the descent phase up here, and I'm actually okay, but my nav is not turned on. Let's see, according to my Bravo, now I'm going to turn nav on. I would have probably just turned it off. Altitude hold mode is on, my autopilot is on. This is not an actual warning, it's a stall warning, but only because my airspeed, for some reason, it brings me back in at 94. So I'm going to go ahead and click that to turn that warning off. And I'm going to unpause and see what happens. Now I'm going to inform. Whoop. Okay.
Minneapolis Center, November 7 tree 220 is passing 5,200 feet, descending 5,000 feet.
Everything looks good. Some altimeter is correct.
Minneapolis Center 220.
I'm going to cancel IFR and inform the passengers. There's no way to skip here.
Kilo Uniform Yankee Foxtrot Automated Weather Observation 2200 Zulu. Wind 168 at 8. Visibility, tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1,700 ft. Few clouds at 4,700 ft. Few clouds at 13,800.
That's the first time it's ever done that.
20C dew point. 10C altimeter 299er 215.
Alright, so I'm approaching final, but it's 45 nautical miles away. I won't contact the arrival airport until I get to about 12,000. Right now there's a bug in the system where sometimes it doesn't do that if this is pending, and I have to sort of get into comms and do some things, and it's not even specific as to what I need to do to get it to work right, but for some reason it just does that. So considering my speed is at 245, I'm just going to go ahead and hit it to speed up the simulator a couple of times, and it's just going to go, go, go. And it should take no longer than about 80 seconds, so about a minute and 20 seconds to get to a place where we can land. But of course I'll turn the simulator speed down, and then I'll be able to stretch that last leg out a little bit because, I need to land manually. If you haven't already, the top pinned comment has a Spotify link to a jam. Better music than the simulator music is playing on that jam, so thought I'd provide that for you and turn off the music here. Oh, look, I got a rainbow. Oh, check that out. Wow, that's great. This is so cool. I didn't know the simulator would do that. That is actually pretty cool. That's an attention to detail you don't see very often. Okay, I'm gonna slow down the simulator a little bit. Let's see what my sim speed is here. 1001, 1002, 1003. Nope, too slow. Speed it up a little bit. 1, 1002, 1003. Very good. I'm getting awful close. So once it gets to about 10, I'm going to see if I can shake the comms loose. My destination airport is Y or 7Y2. There are no frequencies, so I'm not sure I can even contact the airport. My plan calls for me to land on runway 09. 09 was going to be pointing this way. Actually, this is 9 right here. So it looks like I'm going to be flying. Yeah. Final is that. 9 should be pointing right here. To the right. Where is this pointing? I don't know. Wow, that is annoying. 7 Yankee 2. Yeah, I got some fog here, so this is Thompsonville. Let's see if it says here. Nope. Alright, so I don't. Oh, okay, so it's asking me. Okay, that's what I'm expecting. Alright, so I'm going to turn my autopilot off. I'm going to sink down into this plan. Once I get below 210, I'll just pull down my runway wheels. There we go. That'll slow me down. Once I get below 165, I'm bringing down my first notch of flaps. I'm gonna let that run a little long. There we go. Sink into that turn a little bit. What am I at? Okay, first notch of flaps. My trim is at negative 45, so I gotta fix that. Look at that weather, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at that. 3 miles visibility. Wow. That is terrible visibility. I'm gonna get myself to about 50%. Look at that. There's the downwind in front of me. It's actually going this way and then turning this way. So I'm at 111. I'm actually comfortable with that. I need to bring my trim up. My goodness. I've got a good tailwind here apparently. I'm going to have a pretty good crosswind here. I don't know if I'm prepared for this. Wow, this weather is terrible. Now, what I will rely on here is my pattern that's up here. So I'm going to watch that and my dash. Look at how low it's getting me. Golly. It's going to call me at 500 here in a second. 105. Ooh-wee, I'm going to go ahead and let this ride out to the right a little bit on base. Give myself another notch of flaps. Oh man, look at that. I really don't like this lady. Are you trying to tell me the weather's bad? Because I already know. I'm high for a reason. I don't want to run into that hill just because there was some turbulence. I'm going to announce final. Oh wow, I'm going to have to yaw to the right. Way crazy. Look at this. I am crabbing like a mojo. I'm going to go idle. Second notch of flaps. Pull up. Golly, look at that. Crabbing. Crazy. Ooh-wee! Whoa! That's crazy landing. Golly, that was nuts. Hmm. Wow. I feel like I'm on ice. Almost. It's wet. It's snowing. Like that's other than the fogmageddon that I landed on the other day. Like that has got to be the worst weather I've landed at. When I announced the taxi, come on, announce. My simulator doesn't like the weather. Okay, let's see if we can announce the taxi this way. There we go. No, I'm not. There we go. Now I'm going to announce to the passengers. Ooh, that was one heck of a landing. Let's see how this scores. I know what I think I deserve, but let's see how it scores. Wow. That was one impressive set of weather right there. That's awesome. As in, not great. Hmm.
I'm really in a hurry. When do we get off? Good thing this flight went smoothly.
Turning it off, and increasing my sim speed, so then we get shut off now. Yeah. See how it scores. My gosh. Alright, so passenger didn't like it so much. Airline procedures weren't followed for some reason. Everything went smoothly on the flight, but I just scored an alpha on this one, so. Golly, I couldn't believe how much I had to crab on that one. That was a hairy landing. Got a bit of a payoff there, that's good. Please bring me up to. Oh, it did. Oh, thank goodness. My reputation used to be up here until the sim decided to have all kinds of bugs and crashes. But we're working back up. We found workarounds. Okay, so 1 mil 377. So if I sell my aircraft now, I'll probably just make 1 mil 877. Let's see what it looks like. So if I sell this Cirrus Vision, I'll get 500,000 probably. Actually, back up. How do I do this? I have to do an update before I sell. I do want to check my landing gear on this one, though, because, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. That was a rough landing. So let's do that. I'm going to get my tire. Okay, so if I want to sell, I'll make 496,949. So about 500,000. So it'll be 18, and I need 21 to buy the base level. I'll need about 500,000 more. Yes, to buy the base level C208B, and then go used. So the C208B that I want is this one right here, 178. So I'm at 136. I'll sell for about 5. Let's just call it 1 mil 360,000. Why don't we? And then that'll be 1,860,000 after I sell, or thereabouts. Almost. I need 400,000 more in order to just 400,000 plus another. I could, honestly, I could probably sell some of these other AI aircraft. Let me see. So this one, manage it. I'd have to buy an eval. No, that's not close enough. I'd have to buy an update, the checkup update. But let's just say 300,000. I'd sell 2 of those. So 1 mil 100, 1 mil 2. Just doing math in my head. So if I sold those 2 for 300, that's 1 mil 1. So that would put me over. Yeah. I think I might be able to get into a C208. Leave one of this 172 Skyhawks in place. Fly a few missions with the C208B at 1 million a mission or thereabouts, maybe 700,000, 600,000 per mission. I could fly a mission, buy another C172 to replace the 2 I just sold. And then for 700,000 for a brand new Cirrus jet, we're looking at every flight that I land, I just buy a new AI jet. That's pretty stinking good. All right, so let's Let's do a checkup on this and hopefully, yeah, 296 is 300,000. And I don't really necessarily have to do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's sell it. Okay, and let's check this one. Let's see which one is cheaper. Look, I'm pinching pennies here. 31, it's the same. So honestly, I think this one was the new one. I wish I could name these things. That'd be amazing. We'll do a checkup on this one. Sell this one. Well, it's not as much as I thought I was going to get for that one. But I have 1 mil 9. And now I can go back to my other company, Goofball Charters, and I can go, I'll sell this jet to 496, and I'll have enough to buy my 208. So yeah, that's comfortable. Let's go back to the Stork. Let's buy that 208. Excuse me. And actually, before I do that, let's look at where the good missions are. So let's go back here. I still have an aircraft in Stork, so I can go back to the missions and see what missions are available. 21. These are all light, though. I'm not going to see anything but light missions, am I? I have to have a medium aircraft to see medium missions, I betcha. Gracious. Okay, well, let's leave that guy here, and let's see about flying that 208. By the way, that 208B can fly short runways, and that is a really cool feature. These cargo missions are really awkward. I don't know. That's weird. If there's not enough cargo missions to go justify. Why do I have? Oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. I'm gonna leave that guy there. I'm gonna fly these missions. Okay, so let's see what we can do about getting that 208B. I'm in Stork. Here we go. I'm in Stork. I'm gonna buy an aircraft, used aircraft. Boy, I hope this thing doesn't need a whole lot of maintenance. So this is 21, this is 24, and I can't afford that just yet. So I'll just do this for 21. I'll have 300 left over. And this is saying I need 779,000 to bring this thing up to maintenance, but you don't always have to do that. So flight controls is pretty expensive. Landing gear's not that expensive. It's probably just tires and air. General is what's expensive. Engine could be expensive too. That might just be an oil pan, so we don't know. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Can I see that though? Turbine engine. Oh wow, that's 279. I'm going to spend more money than I have. But this is a vital. It's going to wear. I'm going to go ahead and replace it after my first mission. So I'll just maintain this aircraft after my first mission. Keep my oil. That'll be fine. How much is this going to cost me? 200? No, I'll do that maintenance right away. General, 25,000. That's not terrible. 67,000. I could do that. Flight controls. Ooh, dang. Let's go look at what's going on here. Flaps, ailerons, rudder. What's this one? 40,000. Another 40. So that's what? 160,000? Or no, 120,000. Look, I can do math. And I'll replace it. Alright, so let's get back to buying the aircraft. I think we should just go ahead and buy it. Look at that, it's all dirty too. That's hilarious. I want to do premium insurance on this one. 52,000 credits per flight hour. Can you imagine? But remember, this thing's going to make me potentially $1 million per flight. So let's do that. All right. Now I need to pick an airport. I'm here. Might as well just put it here. There we go. We got a 208B. Why do I sound apprehensive? Because I don't have a lot of money left. So 271 is what I've got. Let's go ahead and manage this thing. Flight controls. My flaps are not in great shape, so this is going to eat a lot. But I think my flight controls are worth it. My rudder's not so important. I think I'm going to leave that for next round. Ooh, that hurts. Landing gear, like literally everything. I'm going to go ahead and do tire pressure. I'm going to do brakes. I'm going to do tires. That tire looks good. Tire pressure. Why does it take $1,300 credits, whatever, to fill up your tires with air? I take offense to that. Okay, we got landing gear. We'll do engine. 279. That's after this next. Maintain it. We'll leave the oil tank now. Go back. Do general. 25,000 for general. I think we'll just do that later. Got 180,000. Let's back up. Let's see what flight controls still requires. Let's do rudder. Why not? Okay, so we'll back up. Everything looks good there. Still need to maintain our landing gear. 16,000. Twice, that's 32,000. I think we're okay doing that. Maintain that. Oh, a tire. Maintain. I think we're okay here. Okay. God, that really makes me nervous. 279,000. Good Lord Almighty. Go back. No, I think we're good. Maybe we can do this one. See what happens. Still says to maintain. Okay, well we'll go ahead and take off. Earn a little money and then we'll come back and finish the maintenance on it. Missions. Come on, Betsy, give me a good mission. Incidentally, I've already unlocked medium. That's light. Light. Let's see. This one. There we go. So that's 440K. That's impressive. 408K. That's impressive. 494K. Wow. 424K. This one. It's a 5-hour flight. Good gracious. Can you imagine getting paid that much cash to fly something somewhere? Okay, so 27,000 is what it's going to cost us to transport the aircraft to that flight. Maybe we should get a closer flight. Good gracious. Where's that going? Look, I'm going to back up. I'm going to see if there's a closer flight. Oh, it's going to the tip of Florida. Okay. Let's see, where am I? Right here? Okay, I'm going to see if there's a closer in this group, to see if there's a high dollar flight. Like that one right there, maybe. There's another one that goes a little bit more. That's probably going to pay more. I'm going to go and do this one. Yeah, transport's probably not going to be more than 10K, hopefully. And there you go, 6,000, so that's not bad. And that's going to fly me down to, what, Georgia or something? I have to come out to low Earth orbit in order to see this flight path. Good gracious, look at that. Alright, let's accept this one. Transfer that aircraft. And see how this plays out. Oh, hey, medic. Easily double what it says when you're done? Okay, good, because that I'm going to need all that to maintain this aircraft. Arlene, gosh, she's gorgeous. Look at that beauty. Okay, so we're going to take off from no metadata, small airport. We're going to land on 1VA1. Again, no weather data, small airport. Oh, there's an approach and a FSS frequency, so 3,000 feet. So we're probably going to be at about 12,000 feet, I'm guessing. Yeah, I mean, oh, we might as well get this fuel set. Oh, it's full, that's right. Okay, are we too high on fuel? Just manage the fuel and pull it down a little bit. Oops. Uh, pull it down a little bit, not completely empty the aircraft. We'll bring it up to 160 just in case we have to fly around a little bit more. We'll sell our fuel back to the management company. We'll do maintenance. We don't need a warship before we sell it because, or a warship before we fly it. So I think we're okay there. Go ahead and fly. Just don't want to crash my airplane before I land on my first flight, because I would be really upset. Good to see you, medic. Oh, look, I'm flying from snow again. Wonderful. Now this is going to be a new experience for me because I do not know how to set up this aircraft for flight. Medic, do you know? Alt N.
Our sensitive cargo containers are built to handle turbulence but maintain a constant flight speed. Let's keep our delivery on time and safe.
Oh dear Lord, what am I doing? What have I gotten myself into? I got a co-pilot and there's stuff going on. Alright, so let's go ahead and start up this engine.
TOS system test. Okay.
Actually, hold on. I need to pull in a... I forgot I'm not dealing with a jet anymore. I'm dealing with a turboprop. So let me put my turboprop knobs in. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull this up.
Yankee 65 traffic Cessna November 71581 is taxiing to runway 10.
Alright. The PC-12. Well, that's what I want to eventually work up to. But the PC-12 to buy it new is like 5 mils, so okay, so I'm looking good there. Got a great co-pilot with me. Let's see. I got all of my heat turned on. Let's do a quick look around here. AC. Can't believe this is on here. Mixing air mode. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my landing lights. Is that on? Okay, that doesn't work. Landing lights aren't coming on. Interesting. Alright, so that works, by the way. Strobe, nav, beacon, seatbelt, no smoking. I'm gonna turn on the no smoking sign. Cabin lights? Let me see. What happens? Nothing. Ice protection backup mode? I really need that. Ice protection primary mode. Ice. Interesting. Wing light, stall. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one too. All my heaters need to be turned on. Overspeed governor, fuel warning test. What's this? Alternate static air. My goodness. Avionics is on. Battery's on. External power's on. Fuel pump is off. Alternator's on. Starter engine off because it's already on. Ignition normal. Okay. I think we're okay. I really would rather fly a different aircraft, to be honest. So if I do this, I guess the way I'm used to, what I'll do is I'll turn nav on, or turn IIS on, which is not a thing apparently. Uh, altitude hold, vertical speed, VNAV, FLC. Oh, it's because I don't have my altitude set. I'm going to set my altitude at 10,000, no, 18,000, not 100. There we go. Now I can turn my flight level control on, and I think I'm ready to take off. I don't think I'm missing anything, am I? Okay. And hold short is just right there. Good gracious. Okay. I'm coming around to hold short now. Stop already. Seriously? Wow. Alright. I've already screwed the pooch. Yeah, I'll definitely get the bad weather bonus, medic, for sure. Okay, let's see if I can turn this bad boy around. I don't want to go left, I want to go right. Stop! Now I'm going to turn around. And I will be able to stop it. Hold short, hopefully. Oh. Are you going to count it? You're not going to count it. Seriously. Count it. There we go. Oh my gosh, I can't see anything. This is going to take some getting used to. Alright, I'm going to announce, and then hopefully I won't crash this thing.
Traffic Cessna November 71581 taking off runway 10
Oh boy.
departure Tucson.
Runway 10. It's going to ask me to go one direction or the other, isn't it? I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to give it wet power and just go, go, go. Enter the runway. Please don't hate on me. Were you asking me? Okay, it's telling me to take off. Very good. I'm all for that. That is not a large runway. Alright, so let's see if it complains. The other airplane complained. I'm going to rotate at 85. I think is the correct rotation. I do not know this aircraft nearly as well as I know the Cirrus. Please don't kill me. Never mind. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, boy, I really don't know this aircraft. No, no. Do not stall. 29,000 feet. Are you serious?
Type Cessna Caravan 1 miles east of Yankee, 65900 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna November 71581 Minneapolis Center. Squawk 2671.
It's saying engine malfunction. What kind of engine malfunction is there?
Squawk 2671 Cessna 581.
Should I just ignore it? What do you think?
Cessna 581
Should I gamble it?
contact 2 miles southeast
Let
of
my
Yankee,
insurance
5
fix my
south.
airplane unless it crashes.
14.
29,000 feet.
Roger Cessna 581.
Wow.
Minneapolis Center Cessna November
Let's see what
71581
this
2 miles
does.
southeast of Yankee,
Oh, that's 40,000. That's too
659,600
high.
foot. Request IFR to 1 Victor Alpha 1 ready to copy.
Cessna November 71581 is cleared to 1 Victor Alpha 1 airport is filed. Squawk 2671.
All right.
Cessna November 71581.
Ooh, really nervous about this first flight.
As filed. Squawk 2671.
Wow, so if I am going to allow this thing to fly me, it's doing trim and it's basically flying. I don't know if I feel safe with this though. According to this flight plan, I'm a little bit off, but I'm off to the right, not the left. Oh, I'm going south. Okay, so I am off. But it is basically flying me. Golly, this is an arduous climb. Good Lord Almighty. What is the malfunction it keeps talking about? I do not look like I'm going the right way. Although I am flying the flight plan, this aircraft is not trying to get back on the flight plan for some reason. Ooh-wee. Well, have faith in the autopilot, maybe? And I am not familiar with this aircraft. I really need to get familiar with this aircraft. If this flies very far off the flight plan again, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, turbulence. I cannot get over 78%, not fuel. I can't get over engine number one. Like my RPMs are, not my RPMs, my thrust is a little weak. It is really turning me off course for some reason. So I need to pull back on nav. Hopefully nav will put me back on course once I turn. Back toward nav. IIS is managing my climb, but why is it doing that? It's not on nav, so Why is it trying to turn me left? Yeah, I'm really baffled by this plane's behavior right now. It seems to think it's on course. Why does it think it's on course? It is clearly not on course. We are off course. I'm going to switch to altitude hold mode. I'm going to turn nav off. I'm going to get back on course according to my course information here. Why are you doing that, Copilot? It's so awkward. What is going on?
Cessna 581, please expedite your climb FL
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Turn autopilot off. I don't know what's going on with this autopilot. Maybe if I get closer to nav, it'll pick nav back up. But I'm way low. My aircraft is just putting along. I need to climb a whole lot higher. I got 20,000 feet I need to go. And my airspeed is just crawling. I can't turn my air. I got an engine malfunction. I think I'm gonna lower my.
Minneapolis Center Cessna 581. Request FL 190.
Cessna 581, climb and maintain FL 190.
Climb and maintain FL 190 Cessna 581.
There we go. And now I'm gonna go another decrease by 10,000.
Minneapolis Center Cessna 581. Request 9,000 feet.
Cessna 581, climb and maintain 9,000 feet.
There we go. Yeah, I just did that, medic. Thanks, buddy.
Climb and maintain 9,000 foot Cessna 581.
I think once I get this repair done, I think we're gonna be good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go IIS nav. I'm gonna change my altitude to 9,000. Haha, no worries, man. Great minds think alike, right? Let's go back up to 9,000 on my... Is that it? 9,000 right there? I'm gonna altitude. Nope, it's gonna turn me to the right for some reason. What is up with nav? What is going on with nav? I'm gonna go IAS. Oh, I'm losing altitude currently. Yeah, first of all, I should be going a whole lot faster, but I can't increase my thrust without an engine malfunction. So what I'm gonna be doing is just getting as close to nav as possible, and then I'm gonna turn on some. Like if I get, where am I gonna get? If I get to cruise, now see this isn't doing cruise for me right now, so I'm gonna have to ride this out. Altitude hold. Now look at me, it's turning me. Oh no, no it's not. Oh, good deal. Okay, so hopefully it will level off at 9,000. Which it looks like it is. And I can just increase my sim rate now. I just did it once because I'm afraid that if I do it too much, it's going to break the airplane. Oh, wow. My aircraft system malfunction. Whoa, what autopilot? Stop it, autopilot.
Cessna 581, you are 300 feet below your
Oh, yes, I'm aware of that.
climb and maintain 9,000 foot altimeter tree zero.
I guess this is what it meant by I need to maintain the engine.
Climb and maintain 9,000 foot Cessna 581.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna abort this mission. Ooh. So I got too far to go with engine malfunctions. I'm gonna abort this mission. And I'm just gonna have to grind out all that nonsense. I'm gonna have to grind out some cash. Look at this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one's not doing very well. Engine's out of order. I need 563,000. Actually, what I need is 559,000. So here we go grinding in a 172. Oh boy. Alright, so let's just do a couple missions this way. I'm gonna need 500K. Can I sell the aircraft? I'm gonna have to sell the aircraft and then maintain it. So let's get some missions under our belt. I'm gonna have to get to about 200,000 before I can sell the aircraft, fix the engine, and then fly again. Okay. Let's see what we got for. Look at that. Could make some serious cash. Once I get back on my feet, though, I'll be okay. Okay, so I'm going to transfer over to my other aircraft, which is right here. Actually, I don't want to transfer to that. I want to transfer here. 487,000? Are you kidding me? God, that makes me hungry for these flights. Okay, so here I am at 39. Let's see. 670 transfer. Okay. And that is over mountains and then landing in plains. That's pretty good. Should I just transfer myself? Or will it automatically transfer me, you think? I don't know if I want to risk that though. Mountains to mountains. Over mountains with a 172. Do I want to do that? I think it's going to force me to where I am right now. How about this one? Oh my gosh, over mountains. Actually, that's over a pass. What's about this one? This one's going over some lower mountains. $36. Yep, so I need to get to about 200,000. So this is probably my best bet is to do. Actually, that's not terribly bad. Wonder if this is. All right, let's do this one. Good. At least we'll be back in the 172, right? Good old faithful. We'll manage this. We'll wash it before we use it. Look at our fuel is crazy high. Let's manage this back down to a reasonable level. 120 is good. All right. Let's take one last look here. We're at 5,000 feet basically, and we'll be flying to negative 182. This is Death Valley. Wow, that's impressive. Although I know it's not Death Valley, there's stuff growing there, so. Oh boy. I like how it puts your chosen name on the side. I think that's really cool. We're gonna skip this.
Captain, are you ready? Great. It's Maggie, your dispatcher. You know? Just a quick reminder about today's job. You're carrying goods in bulk on this flight. Shipment is from our partner's site and urgent.
Let's see, this is.
The sensitive cargo containers have a good tolerance with turbulences to preserve the cargo, but it's crucial you keep a smooth yet quick flight. If
Yes,
you also
ma'am.
ensure timely arrival,
Whoa,
you
whoa,
maintain
whoa.
our high standards of service excellence and everyone's satisfied. All relevant
Okay.
information is in your flight packet, which is uploaded on your map as a reference. Safe travels.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and set our trim up. Our first notch of flaps for, whoa, takeoff. I'm gonna release my parking brake. Hold short is 0.51 nautical miles away. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I remember. I don't like the turn rate on this thing. Oh yes, I remember now. Full rich. I guess I don't have to announce to any passengers that we're going to be taking off soon. It wants me to go through a glider. Great. Look at that. Slow down a little bit though. Through another glider. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and go this whole way. I'm just gonna skip to takeoff. Alright, I'm gonna announce.
One Golf for traffic Cessna November 5009 taking off runway 17 departure to the south.
What was rotate speed here? Oh, look at my speed bugs are in here. Okay, so if I look at my speed bugs, oops, my rotate speed is 55? Really? Golly, I'm not used to that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, and I don't know what that is. Like 74 is like ideal climb rate. I think I need to learn this. Hey, medic, you got any input here? What is G and X? I don't know these bugs. Oops, what the heck just happened? Remind me not to point at anything when I'm looking at this. Chat, you guys have any input there? G and X, what are those? On speed bugs. Okay, I'm gonna set an altitude though of, call it 10,000, I suppose. Let's get up on the runway first. Okay. Let's set our altitude at 10,000. See what happens when they get us in the air. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and set nav on, IAS on. When I take off, I'll just enable it. There we go. Yeah, but you know what they stand for? G and X specifically. Can I rotate yet? No, not yet. Now I can though. Yeehaw! I don't have to. I do need to raise my flaps, but my gosh, I'm so used to pulling up my landing gear that I almost just reached for it and pulled it up for some reason. All right, so I'm taking off that way. I need to turn to the right and catch my nav. It wants me to do an initial climb to 1,000 feet. Okay. So I need to get to 6,000 feet before it wants me to do nav. V something G is the best one for this one, I think. Okay. $6,300 feet. I'm gonna do it. 6,300 feet. There we go. If I turn autopilot on now, it's going to want to turn me to the nav that's in the glass cockpit, which I'm comfortable with. And it seems to be doing just fine. Once I get up to 6,300 feet, that will be my... Wow, okay. Yeah, don't stall me. For Pete's sake. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn nav off. Good Lord Almighty. And autopilot. God, it's trying to stall me. Good Lord. Alright already. Okay. Flight director. My trim is at 66%. Good Lord Almighty. Golly, it's like it's trying to kill me. My Lord Almighty. Okay, let's put nav back on. We'll do altitude hold now, and hopefully it'll just fly right with the flight plan. There it goes. Okay, good deal. Ooh, scary. I'm going to pause that. I'm going to go ahead and skip to descent. Now look at that. It's didn't just skip to descent, it skipped me all the way to something. What in the world is it doing? I need to be turning to the right by 90 degrees, apparently. Okay, just to get my bearings, I'm going to go ahead and unpause this, and it's got my airspeed good. I'm going to pull my airspeed down to 80%, or my thrust down to 80%. I'm going to turn on nothing. I'm going to go ahead and pull my flaps down by 1 notch, and then unpause. I think we're going to be okay.
Kilo Charlie Lima Romeo traffic Cessna, November 5009er 81 miles northeast 1200 for inbound to land runway 12.
I forgot how painfully slow these things go. But they are definitely reliable. Excuse me. Good stuff. Good stuff. So refreshing to be able to use my hat switch to look around now. I couldn't do that before. There's my runway right there that I'm landing on. I like seeing that too. I am a little fast. Second notch of flaps. I'm going to be hitting my base leg pretty quick. 20 degrees of flaps is pretty good for landing. I'm going to keep that unless I need something here. Yep. Let's scoot out this way. When you switch to a new plane, you need to go into the settings and select yours again. Oh, they reset. Okay. That's refreshing to know. Although I like in-flight turning on this plane, it is a whole lot better than that Cirrus jet. Oh my gosh, that Cirrus jet is terrible. I don't really have a crosswind, but I'm going to go ahead and just give me 30 degrees of flaps for landing. Differential braking. Oh, slow down so I can hit the hold short. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's amazing. Oh, I didn't hit the hold short. Well, I almost hit the hold short. There it goes. Haha. Taxi to parking.
Kilo Charlie Lima Romeo, traffic Cessna, November 5009
Wow.
is taxiing to parking.
I made it. Kind of. Look, dude, you're about to get chopped up. Sorry. That's one thing about the sim that I really don't like. The vehicles don't stay out of your way, the people don't stay out of your way. And it just makes you feel bad. Okay, I'm gonna starve the engine, let it shut down, and we're done. Yeah, these are so much easier than those other flights. Ooh. Nice. Nice. Everything went well. Nice. S tier. Good stuff. I really like that. 44K. Got a little bump to my reputation. Finally, I'm back in alpha. Small bump to my experience. 110,000. So if I sell my aircraft, it'll be 400,000. I'll need to get at least another 100,000 in order to get where I need to be to repair my aircraft. Okay, do I have time for one more mission? I think I do. Let's try it. Are those new missions popping in? Is that what that is? Holy crap, how much is that mission? Oh man, I wish I had a plane that could fly these. I could fly to the same airport again. Whoa! That's probably my best bet because this one's what a cheaper flight, but this one's 20,000, so I get about 40,000 off of this one. That's all right. I'm not complaining. Transfer costs 830. I'll accept it. I'll fly into the exact same airport again. I don't mind that. Alright, let's wash it before we use it. It's always good policy. Buy myself a little fuel. Alright, let's see what we got. 500 feet to negative 182. I should have known. This is going to be an easy flight. Yeah, I think, yeah, medic, I think you're right. That's going to be the way to go. Every time I fly a mission, or maybe every 2 flights, I'll buy a new AI Cirrus jet to fly and then get the PC-12. Or maybe I'll just opt in for the Cirrus, or not the Cirrus, the Citation, or one of the others, and just fly that around. I mean, that's going to be, I mean, I might as well fly the best, right? Yeah, the PC-12, I really enjoyed it when I was flying.
Armando dispatcher, you know? Just a quick reminder about today's job. You're carrying raw materials on this flight. Standard shipment for our partner based in Calipatria, but super time critical. You must reach Cliff Hatfield Memorial ASAP. Our skids are built to handle
Go ahead
turbulence
and
but
do
maintain a constant flight speed.
6,300.
Let's keep our
Isn't
delivery
that where it
moving
had me
forward.
last time?
You
Oops,
have all
not that
important
much.
information in your flight packet as a reminder. Fly safely, team.
TOS system test.
Okay. TOS system test. Okay, I'm gonna go
Cessna
full
November
mixture.
500908 with Gulf request taxi to the active departure to the east.
Okay.
Cessna November 500908 taxi to and hold short of runway 26 or via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower.
I do, yeah, I like the Cirrus cockpit a lot. The PC-12's glass cockpit is a little bit awkward
Taxi to and hold
to
short
me.
runway
After
26
flying the
using
Cirrus,
taxiway
it's
Alpha
just
Cessna
really awkward.
0908.
Okay, I'm gonna skip to takeoff.
Tower Cessna November 500908 ready at runway 26. Our departure to the east.
This is gonna make me go all the way to the end and then come back.
November 500908, altimeter tree 0. 10 departure to the east approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 26R.
Cleared for takeoff runway 26. Our Cessna 0908.
Yep, I'm gonna have to go all the way to the end of the runway to come back. This is not gonna be fun. Unless it lets me take off from here, but I don't think that's the flight plan. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, I can see the flight plan on my... Yes, yes. I am ecstatic. Okay, I got 10 degrees of flaps. I'm good. I'm just gonna line up here and just take off. That just took me off. Did you see that? Wow. I'm gonna go to 6,300 feet. See what it tells me after my initial climb.
Cessna 0908, continue for east departure.
Okay, 1,900 feet. Okay, so the pattern on the left is where I'm supposed to be going to get out of the airport. I think I'm gonna fly right, and I'm gonna do what it tells me to, even though I don't want to, because my flight plan is to the right, not to the left. But I'm gonna go ahead and be a good boy. I could skip to descent right now. I think I might. I like the graphics are painting that pretty nicely, actually.
0908, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
All right.
Tower Cessna, November 500908 frequency change.
I think I am. I think I'm gonna go IAS, autopilot, Alt N, and let's skip. Ooh, I didn't put it on pause. Please don't crash me, simulator. I was trying to, isn't it? Oh boy.
Kilo Charlie Lima Romeo traffic Cessna, November
I feel like I should put my landing gear down right now.
South 1500 for inbound to land
I'm so
runway.
used to flying that Cirrus jet, it's not even funny. I'm gonna put my first notch of flaps down though, and I'm gonna turn right into the downwind leg. I'm just gonna reduce my throttle so I don't overspeed as I descend into the downwind leg, which is going off to the left here. I'm gonna give it a little left rudder so I just sort of glide right into that downwind leg. Little nice easy 20-degree bank. Straighten her out a little bit, see if I can hit the middle of this next bracket. I'm at about the right speed that I want to be at, so I'm just going to let it naturally lose altitude and speed at the same time, and I'll hit my second notch of flaps as soon as I take this turn on base. I want to be at about 75 when I get there. I'm at the bottom of this bracket because historically final is typically a little bit high, and I don't like that, so I'm going to go a little bit less airspeed, a little bit left rudder, and a little turbulence there. I'm going to hit the outside of this bracket, and I'm just going to ignore that next bracket, and I'm going to turn as if I'm going through that pin on that final pin right there, because frankly, I'm going to get my second notch of flaps here, because frankly, I don't trust that bracket right there in the corner. Still losing altitude, but I'm at about the right speed that I want to be at. So I'm going to just dip into this easy turn right here. And hopefully I'll be lined up with a runway once I hit this pin. There I am. Yep. See, I'm a little bit high. See how those brackets deceive you into getting high? It's getting high, man. See, I got a lot of speed right now, but I got 20 degrees of flaps. If I need to slow down more, I'll get my last notch of flaps.
is on final runway 8 to
I am not lined up, am I? I'm gonna try to make this a really smooth landing. I got full idle right now. I'm just gonna lose altitude. It didn't look very smooth, but it actually was kind of a smooth landing. I could have done better to hit the middle of that runway though. Hey Medic, you gonna fly any of those liners, those airliners? Or are you gonna stick with the PC-12, stuff like that, smaller GA aircraft? Alright, now it's taxi to parking.
Charlie Lima Romeo, traffic Cessna, November 5009er8 is taxiing to parking.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to shutdown. Done. See what I made here. Yeah, I don't have any hurry either, but I don't honestly I don't have a whole lot of interest in switching over to airliners. I really do want to oh, S tier. Fantastic. I really do want to concentrate on flying the smaller GA aircraft, but 23K, I got a little bit of a bonus there. A little bit of a bump there. 131, 488. All right. Well, this mission was good. I need about 70K more before I feel comfortable selling this aircraft. Maybe I need another 200. I might just go ahead and get 200,000. Let's check it out. What's the damage? Lord, failing engine. That's what I get for not fixing my engine or planning to fix the engine. Okay, so if I take this, go into my details, it's going to take me 559K. If I sell my aircraft, I'll get about 300K for it. So that means I'm going to need another 200K here. Yep. So it's going to take a while. A little grinding, and then I'll be able to make the big bucks. That is so nuts, man. I should have played that smarter. Might as well. I'm gonna check this up, see what it's gonna give me. 250,000. So yeah, I'm gonna need to make another. That's what 370, 80, 380,000 is what I'll get if I sell this altogether. If I do that, that won't be enough to fix the other aircraft. I'll need another 300,000 to fix that other aircraft. And that's really what I want to do. So let me, it looks like I'm going to need to make another 300,000. Yep. Yes, sir. Well, I guess we know what our task is before us, and onward and upward. We have an asset, but it's not ready for us yet. So we'll just go with that. Well, anyway, thanks for joining us, me and myself and I, on these flights, and I guess we'll see you guys on the next one. Talk to you soon.